guest. We've got Jim Appledorn from Lincoln Electric. Please give him a round of applause. We've got Dave Lambert from Miller Electric. Please give him a round of applause. And I'm going to visit with you and just make some closing remarks. Somebody say cornbread! Cornbread! Gotta love that guy in the back.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm not going to make you yell out any food products. This will be easier than that, so just relax a little bit. My name is Jim Appledorn. I'm the U.S. Distributor Sales Manager for Lincoln Electric out of Cleveland. My responsibilities include pretty much everything we do in the domestic U.S. Relative to our industrial distributor partners like Welsco, who do a wonderful job of representing our products in the marketplace. So I'm very, very happy to be here, and thanks to the whole Welsco team for the effort that you put forth to have this event. I was asked to come up and really just kind of make some brief remarks relative to where you all are in your lives as it relates to finding a career and considering a career in welding or the skilled trades. So I'll share with you just very, very quickly some statistics about careers in the skilled trades, but also some of the opportunities that might be wrapped up in pursuing that. Earlier this morning, we had a group in here and talked about a lot of statistics about job opportunities and some numbers that I cited from the National Association of Manufacturers. But the good news for those of you who are considering an opportunity or career in skilled trades is that manufacturing jobs are plentiful right now. There are more jobs available in the manufacturing sector than there are qualified applicants. And the other thing that's a dynamic that's happening over the next 10 years is that a lot of the aging workforce is going to be leaving the skilled trades. Estimates as much as 2.7 million highly skilled, experienced employees will be walking out the door over the next 10 years. So the potential for opportunity within the skilled trades is huge right now. You can't cite numbers like that relative to other career opportunities you might be looking at. So there's a very, very solid career opportunity in the skilled trades. Another thing to think about is pursuing a job in the skilled trades allows you to get to work sooner. If you're looking at post-secondary, what am I going to do? What kind of job am I going to think about? If you do some cursory training in the post-secondary and the skilled trades, you'll find yourself employable in a hurry. It won't take 4 years worth of college and the subsequent student loan debt to get into the workplace. Lots of opportunity and the opportunity to get to work sooner with less debt. As it relates to pay, high demand means high pay, and there is high demand in the manufacturing sector, as I mentioned. Most of the jobs that are in the welding and skilled trades, manufacturing trades, are paying a premium right now. Employers are having a very, very hard time finding enough skilled applicants. And when it's supply and demand. When the supply is low, the wages go up to try and attract more workers. So there's plenty of opportunity there. Manufacturing jobs also stimulate the U.S. economy. It's another statistic that the NAM, the National Association of Manufacturers, have provided, that for every manufacturing job that is filled, another 2.5 jobs are created in local goods and services. So really, getting into the manufacturing trades helps support the strength of our overall economy. And then one last thing relative to reasons to consider the career are that you should do something that you love. And Tag kind of did the survey here for me, but it's great to see so many of you that are passionate about welding. Welding is a pretty basic trade at first glance. But as you peel the onion and look at some of the opportunities within welding, it's easy to get passionate about it and love some of the opportunities that it entails. Welding in a lot of ways, you can stick weld, you can MIG weld, you can TIG weld, but the doors that open when you have those skills Typically a stick welding operator can do process piping, can do cross-country pipelines. You get good at it, it can take your career a number of places. TIG welding, good TIG welders can kind of write their own ticket in terms of aerospace, welding exotic metals. One of my favorites is motorsports. Anybody into motorsports in this room? I mean, a huge opportunity in terms of supporting. I just got done going to the NASCAR race in Homestead, and every race team in there is a welded project sitting there, and most of that stuff is TIG welding. Flex core welding, submerged arc welding, all the different processes open different doors and really represent opportunities for you. So when you're here today and when you're studying in your own particular situation at the schools you're attending, look at each one of those processes. Don't just look at it as something you need to get checked off your list. Look at it as an opportunity, a door that opens to the different industries that those processes serve. And then the other thing I'll just close with is that, typically in the past, you have an opportunity as you get done with high school or you're trying to consider a career for your adult life, that it was an either or kind of a situation. Either you went into the trades or you went into post-secondary college and went down the doctor, lawyer, scientist path. And it was an either or kind of a thing. But I'll tell you that with welding, and it's not necessarily readily apparent, it's kind of an either and situation. You can go into welding and become a skilled operator and subsequently have that turn into a career opportunity where you're doing robotic programming, automation, metallurgy. Welding can be a stepping stone to a lot of the advanced technology aspects of manufacturing trades that you might not necessarily think about when you hire on as a welder. But I can cite hundreds of examples of people that I know that are in high-paying managerial automation type functions in solid manufacturing companies that started out on the shop floor, that started out as welders. So it really is an either and kind of a decision. And so I would encourage you to take a close look at a lot of the products that are out here today. A lot of manufacturers here showing their stuff and a very solid career opportunity for you if you choose that. So thank you very much for your time and enjoy your time today.
Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Dave Lambert, the Vice President of Sales for ITW Welding, or Miller Electric Manufacturing here in North America. I learned a couple of things already this morning. I learned, first of all, Tag is a very, very smart man. He started with food and he ended with food in his comments, so everyone was kind of leaning forward in your chairs. You heard something about catfish and cornbread. I think and there's going to be some welding in the middle of that day as well.
Yes, sir.
I've also learned is that, I'm not the most observant person in the world, but I think you could put Tag, Jim, and I up on the stage, and you might look at our heads and not even know who is who, between the three of us. We all got the same hairdo going here this morning.
That's right.
So I really just want to take an opportunity to echo some of Jim's comments and share with you the enthusiasm that I have for this group and the opportunities that are in front of you. I saw a lot of hands go up in terms of those that are in love with welding. So who's in a welding program at your school today? Most hands in the room. Who's been to this expo before? Show of hands. Okay, so about maybe 20% of you have been here before. Really, it's an exciting time, to be in welding, to think about careers in welding for the reasons that Jim mentioned, and for reasons that you'll have an opportunity to explore here today. So when we think about welding, you look at some of the opportunities that, if you kind of boil all of those stats that Jim was sharing, with you about the gap in skilled labor, the approach that manufacturers are taking trying to fill that labor, what that means for every one of you is opportunity. An opportunity to find a career in something that you love and a career that can really take you, for the rest of your life. You can look at those, and we look at those the skills gap and say that could be a problem for some of our companies. How are we going to build the products that we need? How will we find the help? from a personal standpoint and a career opportunity standpoint, that means opportunity for you. So many reasons to consider and understand what a career in welding could look like for you. Many, many good paying jobs available for you. As Jim and I have an opportunity to travel across North America, we find companies everywhere that are looking for bright young people like yourselves that are willing to invest in some of the skills that are required not only to build a career for yourself, but also to help those companies meet their goals at the same time. And companies like Miller Electric, Lincoln Electric, Wellsco are partnering with welding schools, technical schools all around the country to help them, as many are investing in new technologies. They're expanding their schools. They're bringing in some of the latest technologies that would help you get the skills you need to be effective in that job. I also think, when you're thinking about welding, so well, I'm kind of interested, I'm not quite sure, is it something that I would love? Is it something I'd be passionate about? Think about the possibilities in welding. If you like working with your hands, you like building things with your hands, there's a career opportunity for you in welding. If you like to work with your hands, but you also like to be intellectually challenged, with some challenging manufacturing settings as you're building products, there's a career opportunity for you in welding. If you think you'd like to be part of the team that is designing the products of the future and building the products of the future that make your life and our lives and those around us better, there's a career opportunity for you in welding. Maybe you're someone that says, Dave, that all sounds great. I like to do those things, but I really like meeting new people. I like to explore that side of the world as well. There's also an opportunity to take the skills you learn and the experiences you get and help companies solve their challenges. As I said, I represent our North American sales team. There's a lot of good paying, interesting jobs in technical welding related sales where you go into different companies, see different applications every day and help them solve their challenges. And so I would kind of leave you with some comments to say, as Jim really highlighted, welding continues to be the backbone of manufacturing in the United States. Greater than 10% of all jobs in manufacturing are associated with welding in some fashion or another. And as you learn and will continue to learn, welding is really touches products that are around us every day that we don't even think about. The vehicle and the bus that you came here today in was welded. The equipment that was used to pave the roads, clear the roads, build the bridges, weld the bridges that carried you here, that was welded. This building, what's holding it up, is welded. All around us, welding is influencing our lives and those around us. So those are opportunities for you. And as you go out onto the show floor today, what I would ask is you're going to see lots of products, lots of solutions that the team from Wellsco has brought here for you to explore. So think about the products. Take a step back and think about the products that, the actual products that the welding components are helping to build. And then think about the career opportunities that could be there for you in welding. Excited that you're here today. Look forward to seeing you out on the floor. Make it a great day. All right? Okay?
How many welding instructors do we have? Would y'all stand, please? Let's recognize these folks. As you get ready to exit, we would like for you to exit out this door and make a left and head on into don't go out the back door. We're going to try to bring another group in. Have you had a good time so far this morning? Yes. Will you say cornbread one more time?